You know, Fred, I should have been a farmer. Welcome, everybody, to another Rick's Cards TTM adventure. A TTM meaning through the mail, where we'll send baseball cards, football, and so forth on to our favorite stars, and with a self-addressed stamped envelope. Hopefully they'll send them back autographed. And what we've got today is a blind trade, a magic act from Vegas, and a bunch of baseball players. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, please hit the like button, and let's get on with it. My blind trade is coming from Brandon Stebbins, and if you haven't subscribed to his channel, you better, because he's the man out there. He knows what he's doing. He's very generous and very enjoyable videos, and he's got the cutest daughter I've ever heard of or seen. Anyway, his blind trade, I sent him already. I forget what I sent him, to tell you the truth. But he sent me a Van Schneider autograph from the Cincinnati Reds, and one that I'm have had a hard time trying to get, and I'm so glad he sent it to me. And I really appreciate this one, and that is Todd Zeile. You know, me being a Cardinal fan, and this guy has been a tough one for me. I've sent him 3 or 4 times. And this a rated rookie card, so I really love that one, Brandon. You hit that one out of the ballpark. And a Bryn Smith, I didn't have that one. The 91 Topps, and another 91 Topps from Chris Carpenter. No, not that Chris Carpenter. Although I do have the other Chris Carpenter's autograph. I got a long time ago. So I thank you very much, Brandon Stebbins. Again, go check out his channel. He is the best at Brandon Stebbins. So our first return today is coming out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and it is a 2-of-2. It took 43 days, and it is from Gene Garber. Gene Garber sent me this 84 Topps. Very nice. And an 80 Topps. So thank you, Mr. Gene Garber. Very good reliever in the day. Our next one, coming out of Philadelphia, PA, a 3-of-3, and it took 12 days, and it was from Larry Christensen. Mr. Christensen sent me a 90 Topps. Very nice signature right across there in blue ink. And he sent me another also, same card. And he also sent a 78 Topps. Thank you, Mr. Christensen. Our next return comes out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. It took 9 days, and it's a 2-of-2, and it is from Greg Olson. He sent me 2 91 Donruss, or I sent him, and he signed them both. And he also sent, let's see, thank you, let's see, sent a little note. It looks like he wants to charge you in the future, so I'll let you all read that. Charge me in the future, I guess. It's a note that says, I know you appreciate receiving back your valuable cards, so I would ask that you Venmo me 50 cents per card sign. The money will go to a good cause. Wow, okay. 50 cents a card, that's one of the least expensive cards I've seen that's wanted autographed. So, okay, Mr. Olson, we will do that. Thank you for your autograph. All right, our next one is a 1-of-1 coming out of San Bernardino, California. And it is, it's been the only card I had since I sent a 1-of-1. Took 12 days, and it is Fred Kendall. Jason Kendall's daddy sent to sign the 76 Topps for me. Like I said, it took 12 days. Must have been the only card I had of him. I'm sure I've got more, but it's the only one I could find of him. Thank you, Mr. Kendall. I love your son's saying, by the way. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. All right, our next one comes out of St. Louis, Missouri. You know what that means. It took 8 days, a 2 of 2, and it is from Scott Terry. That's right, a Cardinal. This 88 Donruss, and he signed an 89 Topps for me. Mr. Scott Terry. I'm shaking like a leaf on this one. That'll teach me to take drugs before I do this. All right, thank you, Mr. Terry. It's always nice to get a Cardinal. Okay, this next one, I sent him, I think I sent him 4 cards, and I shouldn't have done that. I read it afterwards. It took 29 days. It's coming out of Daniels, New Jersey, and he only signs 1, and I didn't read that until after I sent him. And it's Steve Balboni. Steve Balboni. He only signs 1 at a time. And I guess I just read it late. I sent him 4. He sent the others back, which was nice of him. Sent this 88 Topps. I think it's an 88, yeah. And a nice signature. Got him on a Yankee. That's pretty much what I wanted. And again, the other 3 I sent him, he did not sign. But now I know. Thank you, Mr. Balboni, for your 1. Our next card that we had signed comes out of Tampa, Florida. It is a 2 of 2 in 14 days, and it is Gene Klein's. Signed 2 Topps 72s for me. Man, the guy was a hitter. He's actually a good hitter off the bench, I believe. Kind of filled in as a 4th outfielder for the Pirates in those days. Man, the Pirates had some hitters in those days. I tell you. Can you imagine if Roberto Clemente would have lived past 71? This is a 72. And they had some teams. Man. Pittsburgh Pirates. Thank you, Mr. Gene Klein's, for your autograph. He signed that in kind of a thin blue Sharpie there. Ink pen. All right, our next one comes out of Tampa, Florida again. And this is a 2 of 2 in 12 days. And it is Wilson Alvarez. Mr. Alvarez signed this 95 Pinnacle. Nice autograph. He signed it in the right spot. This one was a little smeared, so that's why I put it in. I thought I treated these, but sometimes they don't work. And this is the Chrome, Topps Chrome. And I can't, let me look here. It's a 98 Topps Chrome. A little bit of lightness. I may have had the blue Sharpie wearing out on him, but I like it anyway. I usually treat these shiny cards, and they usually come out pretty good for me. This one's a little light, but still very good. Thank you, Mr. Wilson Alvarez. Heck of a good pitcher for the White Sox. And our next one, coming out of Phoenix, Arizona. It is a 1 of 1. Again, I'm not quite sure why I sent these 1 of 1s, but this was 120 days it took. And it is from Mr. Ray Fosse. Mr. Fosse signed this in blue Sharpie for me. Very nice. This Topps 80, looks like. I've gotten him before on an Oakland A's. But yeah, Oakland A's. So this might have been the second time I sent him out. I just wanted to get this card signed. So thank you, Mr. Ray Fosse. Okay, our next return and final baseball return comes out of Phoenix, Arizona. It's a 4 of 4 in 14 days. And speaking of glossy, here's 4 glossy ones from Mr. J. Bell. I found these cards after I sent them before, and they all came out very nice. So talk about your blind trade. Ammo, here it is. Anybody that needs Mr. J. Bell, I got 4 of them. And, oops. And that was a flare, a 94 flare that he signed for. So I thank you, Mr. J. Bell. It's a good card, too. I like these cards, these flares. Here's the back of it. Gets his stats and another action pose of them. Thank you, Mr. J. Bell. Okay, and last but not least, I have a autographed 8x10 from Las Vegas, Nevada. It's actually Reno, Nevada it came from. And it was an autograph request for Penn and Teller. Mr. Penn and Teller. Signed the 8x10 for me. And it doesn't look like it's an auto pen or anything, because you can tell if you really look close to the ink. I don't know if you remember this gentleman, but he was in the movie Long Gone. If you remember that, the old Stogies. If you haven't watched that movie, watch it. It's a good baseball movie. I can't remember the actors that are in it there, but I do remember him. He was one of the owners in the movie. And of course, you know their magic act that they have here in Vegas, and it's they've got a residency at the Rio. So that was another reason I wanted to get this gentleman, Mr. Teller, for baseball means. Anyway, that's all I got for right now. I'll have some more later on this week, probably. I got some more mail coming in, but I didn't get a chance to